Hi y'all, Connie here. Let's take a closer look at doing back post treble crochets. In my front post video, I demonstrated it, but kind of quickly. So let's take a closer look at just working those back post stitches, okay? So I have here a swatch of double crochets, and I've switched colors because it'll be easier for you to see, I think, with the new color. And then these are just a couple double crochets to get us started on this row. All right, so for our next stitch, we would normally work into the top two loops of our stitch, right? But if we're going to do a post stitch, instead of working into the top of the stitch, we're going to work around the body or the post of this double crochet. So that's right here. Now for the front post, you go in from the front and around the back and back out to the front. For the back post, we're going to reverse that and we're going to go in from the back side. So this is a back post treble, so I've yarned over twice. I'm going to insert my hook from the back to the front and then over the top of this stitch into the hole and out the back side. All right, so yes, I really do usually flip it over so that I can kind of see what I'm doing here because I'm on the back side of the fabric here. I'm going to yarn over and pull this loop, and so it's going to go around the front of the stitch there and then out. And you're going to come out on top of your loops. You don't want to try to go underneath them, all right? And then now, at this point, you've got 4 loops on your hook. You can yarn over and pull through 2 3 times to complete your treble crochet as normal, all right? So let's do a double crochet in the next stitch to anchor us back down. And let's do another treble crochet, or rather, back post treble crochet, right? So yarn over twice, insert your hook, not to the top of the stitch, but from the back to the front, around the stitch, and then out the back again. All right, yarn over, pull up a loop, and again, remember, you're going to bring this yarn around and on the top side. You don't want to try and go underneath. And then make sure that you slide your loops down. Don't get them choked up here, all right, because then it'll be hard to get your hook back through those loops again. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times. All right, so yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that completes our second back post treble. All right, we're going to anchor ourselves down with a double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to do one more back post treble. So yarn over twice, insert your hook from back to front, out the back again, yarn over, pull up a loop, slide those loops down, yarn over, pull through 2. And then I like to kind of hold on to these loops with my finger so that I don't get too stretched out. Okay, so yarn over and then I kind of push them up so that it stays close, because these trebles, these taller stitches, can get stretched out and be kind of lanky looking. All right, so there are 3. And then here, when you're doing your post stitches, you can see the top of the stitch that you didn't work into because you worked around the stitch right there, right? So when you make your next stitch, you want to make sure you don't work into the top of the stitch that you just worked around. You want to go to the next one, okay? So here's our last 2 stitches right here. There's 1 and 2. And then let's lay it down, take a look. So this is what it looks like on the front side after working 3. We have 3 back post treble crochets, right? And so here you can see where you worked around the body of that double crochet, right? If we flip it over now, here, this is where we can see those post stitches. I kind of smashed them down there, didn't I? So now they look like front post stitches, right? Looking at it from this side. So if we were to do another row, let me back up here. I'm going to do a chainless double, just for giggles. And then here, it's kind of hard to see where I'm going there with that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a stitch marker in there to mark the top of that. And my light is moving. Let me scoot a bit. There we go. All right. So now let's go and we're going to do, let's go ahead and do back posts all the way across. Okay, so I've got a double crochet in our first stitch, and then I'm going to do back post double crochets all the way across. So I'm going to go around this double crochet here for a back post, and now I'm going to work around this post stitch here for the second one. Okay, so we're just reversing that there. All right, here's our next double. We'll do a back post around it too. And there's our next treble. And you can see here that all of the tops of these stitches are creating a little line of those unworked, well, the tops, the stitches are worked around, but they're not worked into, right? And so you get to see the line. So here, I let this one get away from me a little bit, didn't I? Let's try again and keep my fingers on the loops. Push them together, right? Keep them together. Keep them pushed forward. Whoops, don't split the yarn. There, that looks much better. All right, so what do we have one more here. And then we'll do a double crochet to anchor it back down in the last stitch. Okay, there we go. So here's our row with all back posts. And look at that cool line of texture that we're left with from the tops of all those stitches. So let's flip it over and take a look at it now. And so here are all of those back post stitches that now look kind of like front post stitches, right? And then down here you can still see the loops from when we worked around when we changed colors. So that is the back post treble crochet. And if you want to look at a few more variations on these two stitches, the front and the back, that is, then I would check out my front post tutorial as well, so that you can see these stitches are kind of interchangeable. So if we're going to do, that's the one thing I want to do. I was stalling. I knew I wanted to add something. Okay, so let's say we were going to do a ribbing like. So we'll do a front post and a back post. I did this in the other one, so I wanted to show you here too. So the front post goes from front to back, and the back post goes from back to front. Okay, so this is front and back post treble crochets, like you might do ribbing. Although I can't say that I've ever done, whoops, that was only one yarn over. I can't say that I've ever done treble crochet ribbing. I've done half double crochet, double crochet, and maybe some single crochet ribbing with post stitches. So here's our last stitch, handy little stitch marker. Almost. There we go. So there's our last double crochet. And there is our ribbing, going back and forth between the front and the back post treble crochets. Okay. I just love this. You can do so much with post stitches. You can get some really interesting texture in your work with post stitches. I love this too, with the changing colors, getting to see that pop through. So imagine switching back and forth or working with a color changing yarn doing this. Love it. Love all the texture. Okay, that is the back post treble crochet with a quick look at the front post as well. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.